Good morning. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. And I bloody hope that you voted today. Well, not today. Today's Friday when you'll be watching this. So I hope that you voted yesterday. It's very, very important to exercise your democratic right. That is if you're a UK citizen and you're of the age where you can vote. If you're not of the age that you can vote and you're not a UK citizen, then I'll let you off this time, it's fine, don't worry about it. Anyway, last week I did a video on the 3 things that I hate about living in Cardiff. It wasn't a great video because there isn't that much I hate about living in Cardiff, but this week, as promised, the video is going to be about 3 things that I love about living in this amazing capital city of Wales, Cardiff. So point number 1 would be just how compact the city is. Usually it's the case with capital cities, especially in the UK, that they are absolutely huge, sprawling metropoli. I think that's the plural of metropolis, but they're these huge, great things that takes ages to get from one end to another, and Cardiff is not like that at all. For a capital city, it's tiny, and I absolutely love that. It's so compact, and the way that I often explain it to people who don't live here is that if you imagine London, where there's 20 of everything, Cardiff is kind of like that, but super, super, super condensed, and there's only 1 of everything. You still have everything that you need here, but it's all in one easy space. You could walk from one end of Cardiff to the opposite end in about an hour, and that's awesome, especially compared to London, where if I want to get from the flat there to the centre of town, it takes about an hour on the tube. And that kind of leads me on to point number 2, which is that everything that you would want in a city is here. Like I said, London has 20 of everything, but Cardiff just has 1 of everything, but everything is still there. All the shops that you could want are here. There's an IKEA, there's a John Lewis, and basically in the UK, how I judge any city on its standing is if there's a John Lewis there. If there's a John Lewis in your city, then your city's a good one. Arguably the most middle class thing I've ever said in a vlog. There are loads of cinemas, loads of really nice places to eat out, loads of high-end shops. I mean, not hugely high-end, there isn't like a Louis Vuitton or a Versace, but there is a Vivienne Westwood, an Armani, a Hugo Boss. It's pretty good. There has never been a point where I've decided that I wanted to get something or do something in town and not be able to do it. There's a climbing centre, you can go go-karting, there are loads of gyms. If you want green spaces, then there's Butte Park and Roath Park and Heath, and there's loads and loads of really, really nice places to go. And I don't know, I kind of just feel like I'm reiterating the same thing in that it's like London but smaller, and there's everything that you want in a really, really condensed space, and the fact that it is condensed makes such a huge difference. And the atmosphere here is really good, and I've been to some pretty grotty cities in my time, but it's just a nice place to be and to walk around. I very, very rarely ever feel threatened or a bit unnerved with my surroundings, and the city centre is absolutely lovely. And unless you go to I don't know, Splot or something. Yeah, there's a place in Cardiff called Splot. It's fucking gross. I'm joking. All cities have their nice bits and their bad bits, but in Cardiff I do generally feel that there are fewer bad bits. You've also got Cardiff Bay, which is like a 50-minute walk from the centre of town. It's got loads of really nice places to eat, have a pint in the evening, and there's an opera house there. It's just stunning. There are loads of record shops as well, although come June 17th there will be 1 fewer of the record shops in Cardiff. Head will be closing down then. In my video when I talked about it before, I said I think it was the 6th of May or something like that they were closing, but they've extended that now, which is really good news. Anyway, point number 3 is the music scene and nightlife here is just amazing. Now, I know I said in my 3 things that I hate about Cardiff that the nightlife was one of them, but in all honesty, I love it and I hate it. I hate certain aspects of it, but in general, as a place to live, if you want to go out for a good night, Cardiff is great. There are so many different places to go and so many different scenes. Whatever you want, there'll be a club or a bar in Cardiff that'll do it. If you want to just get f***ed up and listen to chart hits in a huge, huge club, go to Prism. If you want to go in your jaw off with a load of MD heads to techno house, then go to Ladybird on a Thursday night, I think it is. If you want to sit quietly with a martini somewhere, then Park Place is really nice. There are so many small independent venues here as well. Goody Hoo and Porter's are 2 of my favourite places in all of Cardiff. Porter's especially is really cool. I've played the open mic there loads, and it's like a good open mic night. People who play are generally quite decent, and it's really intimidating the first time you play there, but it's a really, really good night. And they've got a theatre attached to it, and I can remember in my first year going there, and in this theatre section it was 11:30 at night. Everyone was drunk, chilling out, having a good time, and they just had Tom and Jerry cartoons playing on this huge projector in that room, and it was fucking awesome. And if you're feeling cheap, there are 5 Wetherspoons within a square kilometre. It's amazing. And there's a 24-hour casino as well, if that's your thing. And then of course you've got the one place that everyone eventually goes, is the place that people who live in Cardiff love to hate and hate to love. Fucking Live Lounge. Live Lounge is where you go when either you're too drunk or it's too late to get in anywhere else. It's open till 4 o'clock basically every day. They do £1 tequila shots in there, and it is a dangerous place to go. It's also super grimy and smelly and gross, but everyone usually has a good time when they're there. During the Champions League last weekend, will.i.am was spotted in there apparently, so obviously it's the place to go. Oh, and also talking about this, a kind of bonus fourth thing that I really love about Cardiff is it's so cheap. It's not quite at the status level where drinks and property prices are super extortionate, like in places like London, especially Edinburgh, Bristol. All of these places are so expensive to live. But this is the other real big reason why Cardiff is so great, especially if you're a young person, if you're a student. There's so much going on, and it's really affordable. In London, an average pint will probably cost me between £4 and £6. You can get them for like £2 here, and as I mentioned earlier, £1 tequila shots. Anyway, that's it. Those are 3 things that I love about living in Cardiff. And you've probably noticed that, again, this has been a pretty shitty video because they're all really obvious and generic things. Basically, Cardiff City is a lovely place to live if you're a young person especially. I would highly recommend coming and visiting here. It's great. And also, obviously, there is loads of history, there's loads of culture. You've got an opera house, you've got the castle. Transport links are amazing. I can get a direct train from here to London at like 11 o'clock at night. It's just a great city, and I plan on staying here for quite some time. So you should come and visit. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite things are about the city that you live in or your hometown. And if you live in Cardiff, let me know if you disagree or agree with any of the things I've said. I would love to hear other people's thoughts and opinions about this place. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you very soon.